Nick, this is Amanda with Digital Velocity and SEO. And here is the screencast video that I was telling you about. So it's going to be a little bit different and a little bit shorter than my normal screencast because you don't currently have a website and because you're in such a small area, there's not a ton of search traffic here. So let me see here. So when I search for Toledo, Washington chiropractor, basically this is the only guy that comes up. He's the only guy that's in Toledo that is a chiropractor, and he doesn't even have a website. Searching a few of the areas near you, I searched Centralia, and Centralia's got a few options. Here, let's see. And it is like a half hour away from you, but I know I used to go and drive 45 minutes to see my chiropractor, so I know people will travel. So if you wanted to, we could, try and target some of this search traffic too. I'm not sure if SEO is really the most, I don't think that SEO would be a great option for you just because it's not a lot of search traffic in your area and because there's only one competitor. You're going to be right up there in the search results anyways. Now, if like a bunch of other chiropractors came into the town and stuff, then I would suggest doing it. But you're going to be right up there with that other doctor because there's nobody else to compete with. So if you were competing for like Centralia, there's some other, let me see, so like there's an actual map pack here. This is what we call the map pack. Basically it's like 3 or 4 listings here next to this little map, and then this is the organic section down here. So it takes a separate set of things to get into each of these sections. To get into this section here, it takes an optimized Google business listing. So like one of these, this is their Google business listing. And this is something that we do with everybody that we work with. We, require you to do your Google business optimization through us too, because it's extremely important for ranking, just to get your name out there on Google. Because if you don't have one of these here, you won't show up in the search results at all. So getting a Google business listing is always step one when working with a new client. So it would be optimizing this listing here. So making sure that you have high quality photos, making sure that you're getting reviews. A good way to get reviews is we've made flyers for clients before that have a QR code that lead directly to their Google business. So after they provide a service, they hand out the flyer and, kind of sit there with them and show them how to scan the QR code and go and leave you a review. Because reviews are going to be really important for you starting out as a new business. You're going to need to get as many reviews as possible. So that's kind of one of the ways, because getting reviews can kind of be a pain in the butt. But we've found that by making those flyers and making it as easy as possible for people to give you reviews, it helps. So just making sure that you have any socials that you've got linked, which is another important step. I'm not sure if you have any of that already set up, but making sure that you have like a Facebook and Instagram. Even if you don't keep them super active, it's really important to have them for linking purposes. Usually there's a spot down here where you have like 750 words to describe your business. So making sure that that's filled out completely with some keywords in there. They usually have a place where you can put your services. So, adjustments, if you do like x-rays or initial, consults or stuff like that, that's all things that we would put in there for your services. Making sure that your address, name, and phone number is correct. And then that's half of the ranking factor for this. The other half is what's called citations. So that's going to be your name, address, and phone number as it's listed here in Google in different search directories across the web. So places like Yext, Yellow Pages, BBB, Facebook, anywhere that there's a business directory listing that we can get you in. We build 200 of these citations for you when you first start out so that you far surpass your competition, and so it takes them a while to catch back up to you. So those two things are what's the ranking factor for getting into the map pack here. The organic section down here is where your website comes into play. So if you had an optimized website and everything, this is where you would show up down here. So, and then also if you run ads, see the sponsored results here. These are people that are running ads. So that's why it comes up above the top. So this is actually a third section. So there's the sponsored ads, there's the map pack, and then there's the organic listings. And I'm not sure, but starting out, since you're just starting out, there is a program called Google Guaranteed that is a really great ad program through Google. instead of paying for like clicks and impressions like these guys are here, where like I could go and click on their ad a bunch of times and run up their ad cost. Google Guaranteed is not like that. It's, you pay for basically qualified leads, and I screen the calls for that. And so if there's stuff that's coming in that's marketing calls, or it's outside of your service area, or it's something that you don't provide, we can get you refunds for that, so that you're not spending on not quality leads. So that might be an option for you just starting out. I'm not sure what you're working with financially, but we charge a flat fee for that, and then a monthly fee for running the ads for you. But it can be a really great way to get in new business. So if you have the budget for it, that would be a really great option. I would say to do that over doing SEO. It would bring you definitely more money for sure, and it's more immediate money. Whereas SEO is kind of the long game, and it takes a commitment, and it takes time, to build the SEO and to get you ranking and stuff. So I would say, if you need to get customer or clients right up front, I would say to start in the Google Guaranteed program and do that, and get some, initial business coming in for you. I did look at some of the competitors here, like that are in Centralia, because like I said, the guy in Toledo doesn't have a website. So, but these guys are really not doing anything. So you can see it's pretty much zeros across the board here. They've got 6 organic keywords, and they're all Lacey keywords. So this person, chiropractor Lacey Washington, we're looking for location specific words here, because we want to draw in people from the area that you're marketing to, so that you have a higher likelihood to convert them. So I'm not sure, this person was in Centralia, but they're marketing to Lacey. But you can see here, like Chiropractic Lacey Washington, there's 70 people searching for that per month, and they're getting 4 people to their website per month from that word, and they're in the 7th position. So if they're ranking higher, they get a little bit more of that traffic. But I'm not sure whether you're trying to draw in people from the Lacey Olympia area. If so, then I would say to do SEO, because there is quite a bit of search traffic out here in Olympia. But if you're really just focusing on Toledo and maybe Centralia Chehalis, I would say, SEO would be kind of a waste of money for you. So, but yeah, those are some of the ways that we could, help you get going and get you a website set up and get you some initial maybe ads going if you wanted to. But, so I'm going to go ahead and get this sent over to you. If you want to take the next step, which would be just to have a quick conversation with me on the phone so I can get a little bit more information from you, to be able to build you a proposal, you can reach back out to me through the email or give me a call. I will be out of the office tomorrow for Thanksgiving, but I'll be back on Friday. And we can get that set up. So thanks, and I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day.